Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Monday. It's May 15th. This will be our chart lesson for the day. And real quickly, looking at our daily chart, we're just continuing to work sideways. You can see another inside bar. We closed slightly higher than the previous today, but not by much. And this is just an inside bar. We just continue to work up, down, up, down, up, down. So um, probably the market's not going higher, and it's not declining either. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's flip over to the intraday chart, and you can see it's just a kind of a range day that closed on its near its high. So let's flip over and take a look, and we'll go through. There's not many trades today. It won't take long to go through them. Really weak trading day, to be honest. Here it is. You can see we never got outside the overnight highs. We did get outside the overnight lows, but that became the low of the day. You can see we kind of had some lows across here and broke lower. And that put the midline across here, and you can see all the play off that midline on both sides of it. So not much of a trading day. There was a fairly nice trend down, but no real good chance to get into it. And then we had two legs up, and not much chance to get into that either. I mean, it's just not much here today. It's just kind of a weak day with no direction. And anyway, let's zoom in. It's not going to take long to go through these trades. Of course, we had a news item at 7:30 this morning, so I would say wait till that was over to trade. And then we just had this. This is actually a fairly strong trend working down here. Um, if you recognize that trend, maybe you could take any of these signal bars. I wouldn't take this one; it's a little too congested. But by that time, you realize. I mean, anytime you see a strong, tight trend like this with lots of little dojis and stems, and the corrections are real mild, but they turn down right off that trend line. Any of those decent signal bars off that, you just about can take. You got to be careful with it, so I probably won't even mark any of them. But it looked like what we were going to do is we spiked down and went into this channel, but this thing just kind of reversed here on a dime and went the other way. So the range took precedence. Um, this is all too congested. I don't see anything that I would want to enter in there. We finally came back and got a second entry, or maybe you take that trade. There's some reasons to like that trade, but we didn't even get back down to the trend line here, and we came back. So a lot of times that leads to an overshoot. So I'd be a little hesitant at this. The only other thing going forward is you can see there's a 1, 2, 3 triple test. So you've got a triple test, and you got that strong resistance there. You got the EMA, and you got the trend line all backing you up. And this is a lower high on the second entry. So maybe you take that trade. Maybe you wait for a better one, but that's been the best trade. I mean, so far this morning, there's been no other trade better than that. So maybe you risk that trade. There's reasons to like it. There's reasons to fear it. So it's just one of those trades. You just have to kind of figure out what you want to do with it. No reason to enter long down here. And we just reverse. There is a second entry here. And again, this looks like a little strong trend working higher. And you can clearly see there's a high, first entry, second entry. You might also uh, notice that this confirms the trend line as well. It's like the second, third touch, so it somewhat confirms the trend line. So the problem is it's similar to this resistance right here. So I'm just not crazy about it either. Maybe you take it. Personally, I think you skip it, and you get the same thing right here. And again, you can see the congestion. It's just so risky to enter those trades. But if you recognize these are strong trends, you probably could have taken that entry. Uh, does that make an equal low? So that entry as well. Finally, you get a break, close outside, and a new low, and you get a second entry right there. But I wouldn't take that second entry. It's a little risky because, again, it's congested and we're closing below the EMA. But when it pushes back and pulls back and tests the EMA and goes up, that's a high or low. And if you got room to get out, take that trade. You come back here with a failed second entry short, but it's right into those highs. You're not looking for a continuation pattern or a reversal here. It's not a good location. And then we just start chopping sideways. This is just a double bottom really here at this point. You need at least a triple test, and that doesn't come till over here. Really small bar. I mean, 5 ticks at the low of a strong support. That's the trade you want to take. It comes back again here, but that now you don't have any rejection. You're just kind of getting acceptance of prices there. So if you had room to get out here, maybe you take that trade since it closes through the EMA and through the midline. You would have had to ride it out to come back before it went higher. So I don't know if you want to fool. I mean, personally, without any rejection there, I'm probably skipping that bar. Okay, so I don't know if you take that trade. There's some possibilities there. Maybe you take it. The only good thing going forward is it does close strongly and above the midline and above the EMA there. So the problem is it's the midline of the big channel and the small tight congestion range there. So you got two midlines in there real close together, and so it's a little risky in my opinion. But we break out and head higher, and at that point I'd look for a measured leg. Here's your leg 1, and where this went higher would be leg 2. I'd say it went higher right there. So that's what I would be looking for, and you can see we didn't quite make that. It's close enough. You might even start from the lowest point here, and then you can see you get a little overshoot, and that looks like the measured move. So anyway, there's two measured legs up there, and the thing is, you can clearly see this channel is correct and it's holding prices. Then you get this overshoot, so that's an overshoot that oftentimes just leads to a reversal. Doesn't mean you still won't get a retest of the high, but you have to be real careful with it. And so there's a real small bearish bar here, but it's only 5 ticks, but it's in all that congestion, and it still looks like it's closing inside that trend line. So no way to take that. Maybe you take this one on the overshoot. You're looking for a reversal. Look how far away it is from the EMA, but you're always better to wait and see if you get a better setup on a lower high. And you get a lower high here, but it's not, other than the fact that it's 5 ticks and it's very low risk, that's the only thing going for that setup. And it's way away from the EMA. And that leads straight to a reversal, and you just don't get anything else. There's no other corrections. I mean, every move was real tight and strong like that, or straight, or we were going straight sideways. Even this looks like a strong trend, but it doesn't last very long. And then it starts working sideways. There's just no direction to this thing. So after that, I don't see anything I would take. You might say there's a triple test here, but no rejection. Not a great signal bar. Let me make this a little bigger. I'm sorry. Maybe that helps a little bit. I didn't realize how far out I was on that, but you can see no rejection there. The overshoot, that's a possibility for a short if you recognize the strong trend. Actually, I take that back because this one made a higher high, so that's the signal bar. So no, there's not any setups down through there. Here's one. The signal bar is not great though, and you've got to close outside now, so all it takes is a tick or two higher and it's over. So you don't want to take that. Maybe, like I said, you look at this, say, hey, maybe that's a triple test, but we really didn't go get any rejection there, so I don't really see that as a triple test. We did get our close outside new high here, so that one's tempting. It's just a first entry, and technically you'd probably want to draw a trend line there. So I don't know if I want to enter on that. Personally, I wouldn't that late in the day. And you get a close outside. Actually, this is a little flatter, more like that. And then you get a close outside and a couple legs to a new high that runs into 230, and then it's flat again. So there's not much volume here, no real direction. The market's just chopping around aimlessly. So this is hard trading. It's really hard trading, and you got to stick to the rules really tightly, and you got to scrutinize every setup really when it's like this. So yeah, I don't see but a couple trades here that would really pique my interest today. There's a few green ones, but there's just not much here. So if you found this to be a hard trading day and you couldn't find any setups, then you weren't alone, because there's just nothing there. This is a range day. It's a fairly wide range day with a strong trend down and a strong trend up. But the setups are just very weak, and they're just not good setups. So not much else we can say about it. Anyway, we had two really long, almost hour-long chart lessons last week. We're going to get a 10-minute one here today because I'm done. There's not anything else I can say about this thing. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. This is Mac with, actually, before I do wrap it up, since we got a little time, just a reminder, Thursday I will be having my second surgery on my ear. So really Wednesday is going to be Friday this week. I won't be here Thursday. And then I'll take Friday off, and then I'm leaving Saturday for Alaska, good Lord willing, and hopefully that my doctor's assured me that this second surgery won't be anything like my first one. He said, you'll probably need to take that Friday off, but he said by Saturday you should be okay, and so we'll see. I hope he's telling me the truth, and I don't see why he would lie to me, but that first surgery, that was the most painful thing I've ever probably been through, and I've been through some painful situations, but that thing was dramatic. That's all I know how to say about it. Anyway, so Wednesday's going to wrap it up for me, and I will not be trading next week at all. I will be gone. I'll be on the way. I'll be in Alaska. I'm taking a trip to Alaska, so I'm taking that whole week off, and so I won't be back until. Let me just open my calendar here real quick. Looks like I won't be back until I'll be back in the office the 29th, assuming we don't have any travel problems and I'm not late getting back, because we come back that Sunday. So anyway, assuming everything goes well and I come back and get back on time, I will be in the office on Monday morning, and we'll go from there. Actually, that's Memorial Day. Is that a holiday? I don't know if that's a trading holiday or not. If that's a trading holiday, it'll be Tuesday before I'll be back. So you guys are going to miss me here probably. You're going to miss, we're going to have a short week this week and nothing next week. So just hang in there, study your own charts, and we'll be back either Monday or Tuesday, the 29th or the 30th, because I'm just not sure if Memorial Day is a trading holiday or not. They've changed all this stuff up. So some holidays that used to be are not, and some holidays that used to not be are. So holidays, trading holidays. So I'll have to look at my calendar. But anyway, just giving you a heads up that it's going to be a short week this week, because I'll be out Thursday and Friday for my ear surgery, and then I leave Saturday morning for Alaska, and I won't come back till the following Sunday night. And so if Monday's a trading day and no travel issues, I will be in the office Monday morning, bright and early, trading and ready to go and doing my usual stuff here, mid-morning chart lesson in the afternoon. But if Memorial Day is a trading holiday, I won't be back till Tuesday. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be back again to do it tomorrow. I'm done for today. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com. And we'll see you next time.